This month, the State Department issued a level 2 travel advisory for Italy due to the possibility of terrorist attacks. So what should you know if you have a trip planned?
Western Mass News reporter Olivia Hickey joins us live in studio after getting answers.
Abby and Chris, while travelers should be on the lookout for their safety, one local in Italy tells me she feels her city, Rome, is relatively safe for visitors at this time.
With its rich history and culture, it's no surprise Italy is a bucket list destination for many travelers. But officials are advising Americans to exercise caution. The U.S. Department of State issuing a level 2 travel advisory, warning travelers to exercise increased caution due to the possibility of terrorist attacks. According to their website, terrorists can attack with little or no warning and could target destinations including tourist spots, transportation hubs, markets, government facilities, shopping malls, and more. In an email Monday, a spokesperson for AAA says these are common for many popular destinations during peak travel season. They say they have not seen AAA members cancel or change travel plans due to the advisory so far. Other countries under a level 2 advisory include Denmark, France, the United Kingdom, and Spain. We wanted to get an inside look at what the country is like today, so I connected with Antonella Manello, a distant cousin of mine who lives in Rome. She tells me while they are aware of terror attacks that have happened in neighboring countries, everyday safety is more of a priority for her and her friends.
I don't actually feel safe to walk around alone at night, for example. But I would say, like, during the day, it is quite a safe city.
She believes now actually could be a good time to visit Rome because of the heightened security measures for the upcoming Holy Year celebrations at the Vatican.
It is safer right now to visit Rome because of the Jubilee that will take place next year. So there are a lot of more controls and military in some parts of the city.
In my conversation with Antonella, she offers some safety tips for visitors, including walking in a group, staying in a well-populated area in the city, and researching different neighborhoods before you go. Reporting in the studio for Western Mass News, I'm Olivia Hickey.